Welcome back, guys. Card Boss here with another video where we talk about cards, money, investing. Today is part 2 of my 30k mail day. Okay, in part 1 I basically showed about my Marvel pickups, where it comprised of 2 2017 Flare Ultra Spider-Man Preserve Embers and a bunch of Marvel TIs, which I'm going to talk about in another video later. First and foremost, if you guys hear some birds chirping in the background, that's essentially the birds outside my window calling, I guess, the chicks back home, perhaps. Okay, so do my excuse me for the additional background noise for the time being, but I just want to get this quickly out to you guys. Okay, so 3 PSA submissions, that's what I previewed to you in part 1 of my video. 2 of these submissions here were group submitters. They were submitted, this one using 45 days, or in this case value. Okay, this one using regular submission, the $100 per sub, and this was done via express, $150 per sub. Time wise, this was sent around November 2020. Okay, this was sent around late November 2021, and this was sent around mid-December, before Christmas 2021. So this took about 13 months to reach back to me. This took about roughly 2 months a bit, right? And this came back about 6 weeks, right? So you can see the time zone difference for those who are interested to know. This set of results, I would say are rated good, right? So pretty happy to show you guys, and this is the bulk of my 30k mail day week, based on just on my own assessment. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these cards, and as I said in my part 1 of my video, there will be a special video on Precious Metal Gems Blue coming right up. Okay, so for today, just going to showcase to you guys and talk about some of the cards that I received today. All right, so let's move to the first stack. Okay, so this was sent again through group submitter, okay, using value services. Okay, was sent, so it took about like 12 to 13 months to get back. So let's get right to the cards. First up, this is 1996 UD3 Hardwood Prospects Kobe Bryant rookie card. This is one of his nicer looking rookie cards, if you ask me, right? And in the prime time, these PSA 9s were going for about like 150 to maybe close to $200. He has come down a lot, obviously, you know how great Kobe is, but I guess the interest in his cards has gone down tremendously, as we can see a sharp decline in a lot of his rookie cards, especially his Topps paper 138 card. Okay, so PSA 9 average, I probably still make some money out of this because I got in this cheap. I believe my cost base on each of the raw cards were only under 50 bucks, and I spent I think was about $18 on grading, so $60, $70 all in. Maybe PSA 9 I would probably just break even, so that's all right. PSA 10, however, on the next one, that's some money. I think that this is about 300 plus 350, so obviously make some money on this. Not crazy amount of dollars, but just happy to profit in this, I would say, flat times for basketball cards. Next up, this is a tough one. 1996 Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives. This is in PSA 10. This has the basketball kind of texture, and this card is super condition sensitive. I think that I've gone through easily 20 to 25 cards of these. I've got a number of PSA 9s, even though they look as clean as a copy I would see. This one ended up PSA 10. Super stoked, and I believe that this is about $1,000 today. Right? Awesome. Cost base for this one, I think I got this cost base for roughly about 100 bucks, I think, plus $18 grading fee, so a nice maybe 6x turnaround. Collector's choice, one of my earlier videos as well, I did, this was a late submission, went in, so PSA 10, nothing to shout about. I think this is about $250. Still make some money, again, because of the low grading fee, just take about a year, but PSA 10, can't be too sad about it. This card came at a minimum grade, so just a bit curious. I did set all these to a minimum grade of PSA 9s for some reason, because that's what I used to do back then. I don't do that anymore, and I don't advise that. Just take whatever grades that PSA gives you. So this coming back, it's probably 8, I guess. Who knows? Okay, these 2 Shaquille O'Neal cards are interesting. this is a rookie card, right? So most of us are very familiar with his 1992 Topps paper and Topps Gold rookie card, but not a lot is made known about this rookie standouts card, and I think it's a quite low pop card, okay? Especially PSA 10s for some reason, okay? And I noticed that the cost based on these cards is pretty cheap. You could easily buy a rookie standouts card for Shaq for about $5, okay? And I spent about $18 to send this for grading, so I'm in about like $20 all in. And there is not much demand for 9s, you know, because Shaq's not like Kobe in terms of the hobby yet. So I probably just marginally break even, maybe $50 or $40 on this PSA 9. But this one, PSA 10, it's about $350, right? Nice premium on this, and multiple folds. And this is why you do grading, right? Just to turn around the multiples if done correctly. Okay. So these are the cheaper stuff. Let's move into something of bigger value. Regular submission. So there's 11 cards here, 11 slabs, okay? A mix of stuff here, which I'm super excited to show you guys. So first up, basketball. We have a LaMelo Ball 2020 Prism. This is a blue wave parallel. It's unnumbered in a PSA 10. Okay, prices have kind of come down for this. I was a bit disappointed to see that the last one sold was only for about $850. Whereas I think in a higher times when the market was pretty good, this was about like $2,000 card. Still, I think my cost base on this is about $250 for the card itself and another 100-ish for the grading. So still happy to make a profit on this one, only if you get a 10, which is not an easy thing to do, especially these prisms, right? Quite hard to get centered here. Next up, 2005 LeBron James Topps Chrome Refractor, right? This is numbered out of 999, right? And I believe the PSA 10 is pop 50 or pop 49, and this is roughly about $3,000 card. And I believe at one point in time, maybe about 2 months ago when the season first started, before Lakers being the Lakers, with Russell Westbrook, I think this was about a $4,500 card. Still nice. I think I got this in for about $850 raw and another 100 plus for grading. So nice multiples for this. Upgraded number of these. Kobe Bryant 2004 Topps Chrome Refractor as well. This is unnumbered. Only the 2005 onwards has numbered for the normal refractors. PSA 9 grade, which is quite expected given that the tough centering, you can see here the thin ball is really thick one. So 9 is kind of what I expected. So just okay on this one. So I think it's about $350 card for the time being. Okay, that's for basketball. Now let's move on to something that's non-Marvel, non-basketball, which is Star Wars Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight Ultra Rare Foil from the Second Reflections. In the game, this is the most powerful Luke Skywalker you can get, and this, I would say, next to Darth Maul Young Apprentice, this is the second most expensive card in the set. Now obviously this is a PSA 9, and I just checked, it's a pop 6 with only one PSA 10 higher. And the reason why these are low pops, number one, because these, like I said, it's one of the most powerful cards in the set. So obviously this has been played quite a fair bit, and there's a lot of copies out there that's been used in decks, and it's very common for any TCG. So having to preserve a mint copy unplayed, it's obviously quite a rare thing. And with Star Wars cards, centering is always an issue, and you add on compounding the issues of where the card actually gets played. You get all the edges and the corner wears at the back, even if you play sleeves, right? So super stoked to get this one in the PSA 9. Got another one here, PSA 8. PSA 8 is pretty fair. I just sold one recently for about $500. I think the PSA 9 is easily maybe a $1,500 card. Okay, PMG time, right? So these are all my PMG blues which I submitted to PSA for grading. So I had these raws for the longest time, and I just decided to let's get all these slab and just show you guys the results. So here we go. First one off the bat, PSA 9, very rare for PMG, but unfortunately this is Iron Fist, not the biggest character. PMG blues, all we all know, is number out of 50, right? And you guys know I'm collecting the PMG blues. So nice to have PSA 9. Unfortunately, wish it was on another character. Moving on, Iceman. Now this, I'm gonna preview this in my next video, but Iceman was the very first PMG 2013 that I actually owned, and I bought this, I think, was for about was it $325, right? Nice. PSA 8, I would say above average grade, right? I think that if you're getting 8 for PMG, you gotta be reasonably happy, right? PSA 7, maybe you say better off getting a raw, but 8, you gotta be reasonably happy. 9, aesthetic, but 8, okay. Next up, Storm, another big card. Purchased this for about $850 as well, $850. PSA 8, yep, that's fair, I guess. Sabertooth, here we go. PSA 8. Apocalypse, PSA 8 as well. And lastly, Galactus, PSA 8. Now, and I checked all these cards right before they went. I would think that, you know, if there was anything else besides PMG, I would think that all these were actually good for PSA 9s. But because of PMGs, right, there's just that extra sensitivity towards the surface. You know, I'm not sure what PS is actually looking at, but based on judgment, based on corners and edges, I believe most of them, or some of them, would get some 9s, but I would think that the surface here had something to do with it, and therefore affected the grade somewhat. So as you can tell, you know, I sent this through a group seminar. I sent this 6 PSAs, 6 PMGs, right? And then when I checked that I was going to get one PSA 9 back, I was just hoping it would be any other one besides maybe the Iceman and the Iron Fist. But guess what? Got Iron Fist. You know, it'd be awesome if it been Galactus or Apocalypse. You know, that would have been or Storm perhaps, right? That would have been crazy. Okay, save the best for last. 5-card PSA Express submission. Okay, $150. Sent it around mid-December before Christmas, and everything got said and done, and it's back to me now in early February. So here we go, PMG 2013 Doctor Strange. I decided to send this via Express instead of regular. I actually had both at the same time because I figured that, you know, I might get an upcharge for this, who knows, okay, but I just thought that, you know, I wanted this back faster. It turned out that both of them came back at the same time for some reason, because I didn't really expect the regular to come back so quickly after just 2 months. Okay, so PSA 8, kind of alright, like I said in my earlier assessment of all the other PMGs. Another 2013 coming up, Scarlet Witch, just appearing in the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange. So not as nice color matching if this is a red background, because, you know, with the red cloak and all, but I still like the contrast, and this is part of the PMG blue collection anyway. Okay, but the Scarlet Witch that I'm super excited to show you guys is the next one. Boom, 2015 Jambalaya, and this is Scarlet Witch's first appearance in a Jambalaya series. She's not in the 2013 Jambalaya. So nice looking post, nice looking card. I love the 2015 Jambalayas, and PSA 9. I think it's a pop 2 or pop 3. Okay, super hard to get PSA 9s because of how tough. Number one, centering. The border has been nicely centered here, both front and back. Okay, and super sensitive on the edges here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, sticking on to 2015, I have 2 more PMGs. First up, Captain America. This one is interesting. Okay, so let me tell you guys why. This is a PSA 8, so like I said in my other examples, PSA is kind of normal now, but this, in terms of corners and edges, this Captain America is pristine. Now what's going against this is this print line here, if you can notice here, this one here. Right, did this penalize the grade from a 9 to an 8? I'm not sure. Okay, now looking at all the other examples, I got mainly PSA 8s for the same kind of condition here. Again, unlike the others where I was expecting some 9s, I was actually truly expecting 8 for this because of this. Now, did it really get downgraded from a 9 to an 8 because of this line? I can't tell for sure. Okay, but indeed the corners and edges were similar to all the other PMGs that I showed you earlier, and they were deserving for 9s as well, but they turned out to be 8s, but they didn't have the print lines, but this Captain America had. So whether or not this Captain America got penalized for the print line, I'm not so sure, but 8 will be a fair grade for this particular card. Alright, last one, big one, 2015 as well, PMG blue of Namor, PSA 9 out of 50. Huge card, first PMG appearance for Namor. Awesome pose. I think that the only thing that looks nicer for this card would be the PMG green, which be Namor's actual colors, right? Not exactly matching to his outfit now, but we all know Namor, you know, has that nice green color outfit. But awesome PSA 9. This is, you know, there is a lot of speculations that Namor is gonna come into the MCU at some point in time. So this one, it might be a longer term hold than more I want to do. Initially, I wanted to just get this graded and then flip, but I might be rethinking my position given that it's a PSA 9, and PSA 9s for PMGs obviously it's hard to come by. All right, cool. That's all for this PSA's review, right? So earlier, the first in part 1, I had a number of TIs and Spider-Man cards. I put the valuation on those particular lot of cards to be about $5,000 or so, and I think that collectively here, I believe, okay, there could be around estimate $25,000 worth of cards here. Whether I'm right or wrong, okay, drop me a comments in the below. Let me know what you think. Okay, do stay tuned. I got a couple more videos on Marvel. I'm gonna have a video talking about TI's investment potential, and I got a special video to talk about PMG Blue 2013 coming up. Stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, follow this channel, and thanks for watching, guys. Cowboys out.